And ladies and gentlemen, we want you to stand and we want you to make some noise.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's go racing here at Knoxville.
Only the best go 3 abreast. It is show time at Williams Grove Speedway.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, here at Eldora Speedway, it's showtime!
You got 'em for a rest. Often imitated, never duplicated. The greatest show on dirt, the world of outlaws.
It's time to sit back, relax, and enjoy because, ladies and gentlemen, it's showtime!
Set to do battle for 30 laps. The green flag is waving.
Hello again. It is MRN's Winged Nation, presented by Hercules Tires, Ride on Our Strength, and by Grunt Style. Steve Post and Erin Evernham here, talking sprint car racing, our favorite time of the week, and we are glad you've joined us. How are you, Erin?
Great. Yourself?
I am fantastic. I'm really good. Sage Fruit guest list today has Brad Sweet, of course, picked up a win Saturday night with the World of Outlaw Craftsman Sprints, and Doug Johnson, because we're going to talk about something coming up that we're going to have a lot of fun with.
Yeah.
Oh, you kidding me? And Jackson kicks off this week. He's with Jackson Motorplex.
They've been trying for a few weeks.
Yes, exactly. They get to launch it along the way here. So we get to talk with Doug Johnson as well. And hey, at the end of the program, we're going to tell you about something else that's kicking off as well. So we've got something new and pretty exciting that we'll share with you a little bit later on. But right now, new and exciting is our Classic Ink Screen Printing and Embroidery Hot Topics. And when we look at last weekend, it was all over the map. We have some weekends where some guy just dominates the headlines.
Yep.
This weekend, you could talk about 15 different people.
Absolutely. New winners,
Yeah.
old winners.
Different people in different places. The Arctic Cat All-Star Circuit of Champions. The Buckeye Cup, which I love that name.
Yeah,
That's the
it's a good one.
new one. Yeah. Aaron Reitzel just dominated.
He's on top of his game this year.
He really, truly is, and now going to run with the All-Stars. That's going to be fascinating to see how that goes. I think the All-Stars are going to be stout with an addition of Reitzel and Jack and, of course, Chad and just the list goes on and on. Schaefer, exactly. The list goes on and on. Really, really good, but a dominating win at Sharon Speedway. The one we talked about last week here was the ASCS in Posse Land, and we had all of these worlds. We had the National Tour guys, the URC guys, the Sealands Grove regulars, and it turns out that Hodnot's certainly a 410 guy at Williams Grove, and Blaine Heimbach's kind of this little bit of everything.
Everything, yeah.
Yeah, but neither URC or ASCS drivers won.
Yeah, it was Posse.
The Posse drivers won. So they had that, and it was great racing. And I want to give a kudos to them getting those races in. Man, I'm telling you what, that's a rough deal.
Oof.
And they did a nice job, particularly Sealands Grove and ASCS. I mean, they had to hustle things along, and I know, when you're climbing out of the car after a B main and they're already sounding the horn, I get it. It's frustrating.
Yeah.
But you got fans that have spent a lot of money to be there, and that comes with the territory. The solution is bright sunny days and wonderful, nice, perfect nights. We didn't have that.
Yeah, which isn't always realistic.
They did a nice job. Everyone did a nice job there. In Ohio, it's funny. We have so much going on in Ohio, such a great area. And when you talk about rocks and just stalwarts, Byron Reed and Craig Mintz were the winners in Ohio. Yeah, shocking news, breaking news. Byron Reed and Craig Mintz are really, really good.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, exactly. King of the West Series. I found this one. I watched the video of this. Willie Croft. And it was the Bradway Memorial, Dave Bradway Jr. Memorial. $6,700 payday for Willie Croft.
That's a big one.
And he called it afterward one of the biggest wins of his career.
That was awesome.
It was one that he wanted to win. And it was fascinating to listen to Willie talk. And he's got a 6-year-old son. And, and Willie's been racing for a while.
Yep.
So he's not sure how much longer he wants to race, and with the son coming along and everything. And so this win meant a lot for Willie Croft. I drove the wheels off that race car. So really good stuff out there at the King of the West. And I didn't watch all of the Knoxville feature. I listened to all of it on KNIA, KRLS. I didn't have to watch much of it because the way Brownie attacked the first couple of laps, I mean, he was a man on a mission. I'm telling you, Brian Brown. So good to see Brownie get a win.
Yes, very good to see him get that win.
Yep,
we talked to him earlier this year, and he was a little bit frustrated.
Yep,
so
absolutely.
Happy to see him in victory lane.
When you come into home tour, and did you see the pictures? Did you see the victory lane pictures?
Yes.
Cinco de Mayo, Doug Clark,
and
the flagger. with the Cinco de Mayo hat on.
I don't know how he kept that thing on in the flag stand.
I don't know. Yeah, and then Brownie had the Cinco de Mayo hat on in one of the pictures I saw.
Sure, there were some margaritas to be had.
I am sure there was. It would not be Knoxville. She had Kendra had dollar beer night on Cinco de Mayo.
Of course.
Now, is there some? Now that's when I decide to have a party, I'm going to have Kendra in charge.
Yeah. She knows how to throw a party.
She does, exactly. So great stuff. There you have it, your Classic Ink screen printing and embroidery, hot topics, shirts, hats, towels, hoodies, whatever you may need for your race team, for your corporate event, or your other sports team, maybe a church, maybe a civic organization, whatever you need. They have it at www.classicinkusa.com. We need to step away because the big cat, Brad Sweet, joins us next.
Williams Grove, Skagit Speedway, Knoxville Raceway, Lucas Oil Speedway, or any of the 6 regional tours across the United States, you'll find the ASCS Nation racing at a track near you. Find us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram today. Then see the full schedule, track-by-track history, updates, and more at ASCSRacing.com.
The National Sprint Car Hall of Fame and Museum in Knoxville, Iowa is open year-round 7 days a week for race fans to celebrate sprint car racing. With over 30 original open-wheel race cars and sprint cars on display, the National Sprint Car Hall of Fame, movie theme, and the world's largest selection of sprint car merchandise. Visit our online store at sprintcarstuff.com to view all of our sprint car merchandise. Or when in Knoxville, stop by the only museum in the world solely dedicated to sprint car racing, the National Sprint Car Hall of Fame and Museum, located in the sprint car capital of the world, Knoxville.
Grunt Style. The American fighting spirit is in everything we make. We are 500 patriots and veterans strong, bringing clothing manufacturing back to the United States of America. Always moving forward, never retreating, never giving up. We are Grunt Style, and this we'll defend. Get yours at gruntstyle.com or on the track this week at Kansas Speedway.
This is Shane Stewart, and you're watching MRN's Wing Nation on MRN.com.
Welcome back. Thank you, Shane. We appreciate you joining us here on MRN's Wing Nation. Let's go right to the hotline because joining us fresh off from a trip Saturday night to Victory Lane with the World of Outlaw Craftsman Sprint Cars, the big cat, Brad Sweet's on the line. Hello, Brad. Welcome back to Wing Nation.
Hey, thanks for having me on.
Well, you have got to be, you've not had a bad year, but my gosh, the difference between second and first is huge. You've got to be relieved to get that first win of the season on Saturday night.
Yeah, we, seconds are good because, you're running good.
Yeah.
But that's what you want to be doing is being up front. But when you're not winning, that definitely takes a little bit of a toll on, you as a driver and the team a little bit. So, yeah, it was nice to finally get the monkey off our back. And, I think timing was pretty good. We're finally getting some racing in. The weather's starting to change, and we got 6-7 races coming up pretty quick here. So it gives us a little confidence and a little momentum. So it's always good.
Awesome, Brad. The track took rubber, but you passed for the lead. You passed shots early to get the lead. Talk about how difficult it is to conserve your tires, knowing the track took rubber, but also at the end of the race, you started catching lap traffic, and to know how to negotiate them, but make sure no one's going to get by you. Talk about how different that is in a typical race and how you manage that.
Yeah, obviously, when Donnie gets the lead, it's always going to be hard to get by him, and he was searching around a little bit in 3 and 4. I think when Shane flew off the end there at the beginning, it threw him off a little, or he just wasn't sure how hard to run through that corner. Me being in second, I was able to kind of search and find the top groove there, and we got by him. And then, honestly, wasn't sure that it would take rubber towards the end of the race, but not that quick. So when I felt it in 1 and 2 was where I first felt it. I knew I needed to keep an eye on it, out for it. And I think it was about 15 laps in when I think I finally moved down on both ends into the rubber. And, for people that don't know, I guess it's probably hard to kind of explain, but you go from sliding around in the slick to when the track takes rubber, you feel like you're driving on pavement. You just feel like you can't hardly spin a tire and you feel tons of grip. So if you're not in that groove, a guy can go by you, feels like 20 miles an hour faster when someone finds the rubber quicker than you. So as a leader, you're always trying to, think about stuff like that and search for it. But if you pull down too early and you miss miss the rubber or something that leaves the door open. So we searched. Luckily for me, I kind of found it, and then being 15 laps in, I wasn't as nervous as some nights about our tires, because we actually run a fairly harder compound on our right rear. It's a medium type compound. It's a H15. So, a lot of times we can make it, 25 laps in rubber with that tire. So being 15 laps, I was conservative, but with Donnie right behind me, I tried to stay as, aggressively as I could. Catching the lap cars at the end, you really just don't want to miss the rubber. You want to be kind of close enough to the lap car if he misses the rubber to get by him, just to kind of get that buffer. But you also don't want to get too close, because it's really easy to get yourself too tight and then leave the door open for the guy behind you. So just try to do the best I could and cover all the lines, and I think it just worked out pretty well for us.
It really did. It was fun to watch, that's for sure. We watched on Dirt Vision, and really good to see along the way. Brad, when we've talked a lot about KKR this year, and while you've been pretty solid, hadn't got to victory lane, but been pretty solid, your teammate over there, Darren, went through a struggle, and then he went on fire, okay? How does this, between the teams, how does it work when both are working well, which you're at now? And actually, I'll be honest with you, Casey down at Devil's Bowl looked stout as well in the Ollie's car. How does that work when both are working well versus when one's struggling and one is working well? How do you balance that out? How much goes between the two teams?
Well, it's definitely better when all the teams are running good, from a company standpoint, from a competitive standpoint, sponsors, everything. You want the whole team running good. It's better for both of us. We push each other. We can lean on each other. When one team's, outperforming the other, it's really, hard on the team that, not running as good. And, Darren just had an off year last year. They just couldn't find the balance that he was looking for in the race car. And they started off this year a little bit off and made some changes to their car. And it came to life for him. And, our setups aren't the same. We look for, completely two different race cars. But there's things that we can both look at, that kind of transfer over between the two of us. It's good to see him. I can tell he's got his confidence back. He's much happier, and he's got the 9 car running up front where it belongs. So, Napa car, we'd like to win, more races. That's been kind of our Achilles heel the last 2 years. Is we've been super consistent, tons of top 5s, and just can't quite get over the hump to, really, make a dent in the win column. So that's a little bit more of our focus this year. Is maybe if we're really consistent, maybe try to find that little bit extra to get the extra wins. So, and sometimes when you start searching like that, you can have a few bad nights, and that's what's hard about searching with these cars. They seem really simple when you go down and look at them, but there's a lot to them and a lot to get the driver comfortable, and especially to beat the guys, that are out there right now. I think it's really competitive. So we're going to keep working hard with the Napa car, and hopefully we can get a bunch of more wins this year.
Indeed, and that picks up at Eldora. Hey, finally, we're about out of time, but looks like you got a new baby in the family. Caitlin and Kyle Larson, your sister Caitlin and Kyle, new baby there. How about that? Is everyone doing all right there with what is it, Audrey Lane Larson?
Yeah, Audrey Lane. Yep, they're doing good. I'll be back there soon to see her. So I saw some pictures. She looks like a little cutie pie. So another Larson sweet to the world here. So it's exciting times. I know my mom's back there now, so I'm sure that I'll be back there. I think we got a few weeks. We go Eldora, Williams Grove, or Lincoln Williams Grove, and then we'll be down there to see the baby. So exciting times coming up.
Exciting times indeed. A baby big cat. How about that?
Yeah.
There we go. Brad, congratulations on the win. I know there'll be more to come. Thanks for joining us here today.
Yeah, thank you guys. I appreciate it.
There we go. Brad Sweet, driver of that Napa car for KKR, joining us here off from that win. And, his sister is Caitlin.
Yep.
And so that's where the whole tie comes in here with Caitlin and Kyle having the baby. It's like, Oh, sprint car fans, they can't get away from each other, can they?
No, seriously. And talk about the driving talent in those kids.
Yes, absolutely. So, hey, let's step away. When we come back, we're going to talk Jackson Motorplex with Doug Johnson next.
Looking for custom racewear and embroidery? Do you want your race fans to represent your race team with trendy original apparel? Contact Classic Ink USA, the new standard in custom screen printing and embroidery. Located in Greater Pittsburgh, Classic Ink USA's professional staff utilizes state-of-the-art facilities to transform your ideas into an attractive wearable piece. From custom track swag racewear to trendy quick crew wear, Classic Ink handles it all. Find out how you can get started. Contact Classic Ink USA screen printing and embroidery at the track and on your back.
For over 50 years, drivers in sprint car, midget, micro, modified, and even dirt late model have taken the checkered flag on Weld Racing Wheels. Legendary drivers like Joe Saldana, Carl, Mark, and Steve Kinzer, Doug Wolfgang, and countless other racers have trusted Weld Racing Wheels for their superior strength and lightweight construction to finish ahead of the competition. With 50 years of race-winning engineering and technology, American-made Weld Racing Wheels are designed and built to withstand virtually any abuse you throw at them. Weld Racing. Proven speed.
Sage Fruit is a high-quality grower, packer, and shipper of Washington State apples, pears, and cherries. Sage Fruit believes in sprint car racing. Sage Fruit has been a proud sponsor of sprint cars for the last 15 years and a proud partner of Wing Nation for the last 3 years. We love sprint car racing, and we are there for our sprint car fans. Sage Fruit works hard to deliver an exceptional eating experience. We value our relationship with sprint car fans and appreciate your continued support of Sage Fruit. Ask for Sage Fruit at your local grocer.
Hi, I'm David Grau, and you're listening to Wing Nation.
Welcome back. It is MRN's Wing Nation here, presented by Hercules Tires. Ride on our strength. Let's go back to the hotline because joining us from beautiful weathered Minnesota. We know it's going to be beautiful weather because it's race season up there. GM at Jackson Motorplex, Doug Johnson's on the line. Hello, Doug. How are you?
I'm great, guys. How are you doing this morning?
We are doing fantastic. All right. Opening night, Friday night. What's it looking like? How have the renovations? Give us a lay of the land. What's going on up at Jackson?
Well, we finally got rid of the snow. I think we had more snow in April than we had the entire winter up here. We had 3 weeks ago on Wednesday, we had our second snowstorm in about 3 days, which accumulated to about 20 inches of snow, and we had snow blowers out on the racetrack, behind the concession stand, just trying to get rid of it so we could get some of the work done. We got a lot of the work, the dirt work done last fall, reshaping the racetrack. It's no longer a half mile. We shortened it up to a 0.4 of a mile, and a lot of that dirt work got done last fall, thankfully, because with the spring we've had, we haven't had a lot of time or a lot of opportunity to get anything done this spring, the way the weather's been. So, right now it's, we're still planning on racing this Friday, but, we need some sunshine and some warm weather. So, we'll have to wait and see what happens here, later in this week. It's actually raining right now. We got a little shower going through, but, we've got a big 410 special plan for this Friday night, along with Race Saver 305s and non-wing sprint cars. So we'll see what happens, but, it's springtime in Minnesota, and we'll just deal with it.
Oof. Well, let's hope the rain stays away. Doug, how did the decision come about to reconfigure the track? And how much goes into what seems simple to us but is a major project?
Well, Todd and I, we kind of took a poll last fall of some of our racers that were up, racing with us over Labor Day weekend, and it was a unanimous decision talking to the racers, that they would love to see a shorter racetrack. Part of the decision, with the configuration we had, it's that paper clip with the long straightaways and the really tight corners, which was really, really hard on motors, and turned a lot of RPMs, and the valve trains of these motors, just couldn't withstand some of the torque that was taken on the long straightaways. So, it was kind of a unanimous. We've kind of had it in the back of our mind, I think, since Todd took it over, that we were eventually going to shorten it, and the time came pretty quick where we decided last fall that, we actually had to cancel one of our stock car races last fall to make this happen because we had a really favorable forecast at the time. And it took us about 4 weeks to get that part of it done. And, I think moving forward, though, I think it's the right decision. What we did is we kind of patterned the shape and design off of Charlotte Motor Speedway. It is now a 0.4 of a mile, and it's when you if you would lay the outlays of the track on Google Earth, if you would lay them over each other, they'd almost mirror each other, comparing Jackson Motorplex now to Charlotte Motor Speedway. So, I think going forward, I think the fans are going to see, a lot better racing. I think it's going to be more conducive for the racers. It's not going to be as hard on their equipment. And I think we're just going to see all around, a lot better racing here, moving forward now at the Jackson Motorplex.
Well, that's exciting, and let's hope that things get started this week. But one thing we know is coming up, because, Doug, you've teamed up again this year. We have mutual friends. They're called the Minnesota Mafia. Okay, now you've teamed up. We have the AGCO Jackson Nationals coming up in June, and we can't wait to get up there. We're going to do more Wing Nation shows, and obviously we know Wing Nation is part of it, but it's not too soon for people to get tickets and get camping and get everything lined up for the AGCO Jackson Nationals. It sounds like you got a big weekend planned for all of us.
We do. We're really looking forward to having you guys back up here, for 3 days, and we want to thank the Minnesota Mafia for coming on board and sponsoring that again, and also with our title sponsor, AGCO. They've been a huge supporter of the Jackson Motorplex, and, we're really excited about what we got coming up, with this year's AGCO Jackson Nationals. It's the 40th anniversary, and we're paying $40,000 to win to the winner on Saturday night's main event, and, just really looking forward to it. I think, our ticket sales have really been tremendous so far with the advanced ticket sales, and fans can still get tickets right now. It's a 3-day pass for only $99 for a reserve seat or $89 for general admission, and you can get those on jacksonmotorplex.com, and order your tickets right online. So, yeah, we're just really, really excited about this year's Jackson Nationals and looking to build it and keep this event growing, for many years to come.
Well, we can't wait to get there. Doug, you guys made some other improvements over the winter. I saw was there some new lighting in the pit area, a new viewing area for the drivers and crews? Did I read that correctly?
That's right, Erin. We actually have moved the pit area. Last year it was kind of behind our backstretch wall off of, basically to the north of the racetrack. And now what we've done is we're not quite finished with it yet, but hopefully by this weekend we'll have a good portion of that new pit area off of turn 1 and 2 now all completed. And we've actually moved some lights from when we shortened the track. We moved some lights to the outside, and we also added 2 more big Musco lights in the infield or in the pit area for that area. And we're planning on getting rock put down here this week, and we got the viewing platform that we had for the race teams to watch the races from, and we're also putting in a sidewalk so the race teams can go back and forth to the stands if they want to, go up and watch a feature event. They now will have the opportunity and not quite so far a walk to do that. So I think it's going to be a welcome addition, definitely for the race teams to for watching the races and being able to see their cars on the track. So it's going to expand our pit area, give us about 60 more pit stalls now, and then we'll kind of use the area out back that we had last year for our overflow for our bigger shows. So it should definitely be a added improvement here to the Jackson Motorplex.
We can't wait. This is going to be exciting. It really is. Doug, first off, we appreciate you coming on, spending time with us. Thanks for the invite to come back to the Jackson Nationals. They're going to have us in the bar area by the penalty box. Oh, yeah, you kidding me? That's a mess right there, right in the making. So we're going to have a party, but again, thanks for inviting us up for the Nationals. Thanks for joining us today. We hope that weather turns favorable and you get off to a good start this Friday night.
I hope so too, Steve, and looking forward to having you guys up here in about 30 days. So
Indeed.
Can't wait for it to happen.
30 days. Oh, I can't wait. I'm fired up. That's Doug Johnson joining us here from Jackson Motorplex. That place is spectacular, and I can't wait to see the changes because it was great last year.
You're right, and they continue to make it even better.
We talk about it. There are tracks across the country that are investing back into the properties, and Todd Quering and Doug and everyone up there are doing a great job. We need to step away. We've got some big news, something new that we'll share with you coming up next.
Aggressive Hydraulics, where we engineer the cylinders that move your business. We specialize in designing and manufacturing purpose-built, application-specific hydraulic cylinders with superior precision and performance, making OEM products stronger, crafting cylinders that operate on a global basis in a wide variety of industries and applications. Get aggressive with your cylinder challenges. AggressiveHydraulics.com.
Grunt style. The American fighting spirit is in everything we make. We are 500 patriots and veterans strong, bringing clothing manufacturing back to the United States of America. Always moving forward, never retreating, never giving up. We are Grunt Style, and this will defend. Get yours at gruntstyle.com or on the track this week at Kansas Speedway.
Citywide to countryside, whatever you drive, wherever you go. Hercules Tires has the value, selection, and industry-leading warranty to get you there, no matter where the road takes you. To learn more, visit HerculesTire.com. Hercules Tires, ride on our strength.
Find Wing Nation on iTunes, Google Play, YouTube, and in the MRN.com Media Center.
Welcome back. It is MRN's Wing Nation, presented by Hercules Tires. We got some big news we're going to share with you, but we do want to get through the Sprint Car Hall of Fame birthday calendar. Monday would have been Dave Steele's birthday. Art Bush, Johnny Hannon, Granville Buster Warkey on Thursday, Laverne Nance, Robbie Wolfgang on Saturday, Walt James on Sunday. Today, Justin Henderson's birthday. So happy birthday to Justin. And A.J. Watson, Sprint Car Hall of Fame class of 1993. Southern California guy, moved to Indiana to go race at the Indianapolis 500. Went the first time, failed to qualify. Went the second time, failed to qualify. And then he went and dominated. Won 6 times in the late 50s and early 60s. Car builder and mechanic at Indy and with that type of racing. And inducted into the Sprint Car Hall of Fame. So A.J. Watson, Sprint Car Hall of Fame class. All right, we are so excited. Because over the course of time, one of the things we have kicked around here for years and years is a dedicated website, okay? Yeah, we've been on MRN, and we love, and we're still all MRN and everything else. But we are announcing today that if you punch into that search box, www.wingnation.com, you will find us. And what we have is a mobile-optimized app, so it even works on your phone. I left my phone back in the office, but it even works on your phone. This is what this is we'll have all the show archives. So you want to go back and hear what Darren Pittman told us 3 weeks ago, wingnation.com, okay? We're going to do vlogs and blogs.
Yep, get ready to see more of us.
More of us. We're going to do vlogs and blogs. We're going to get a tricky name or something like that.
Yeah.
And then one of the things we're really excited about, and we actually floated it out there on social media this week, and it got some really good feedback. The upper right-hand corner of that website, the broadcast calendar. We are so fortunate with Dirt Vision, with Speed Shift, with the Cushion, with Racing Boys, with all of the video providers. But there are times when I'm sitting there going, who's doing what?
Yep.
No need to sit there anymore because you go to wingnation.com. Not only do we tell you who's doing it, we'll link you right directly to their page so you can dial up some pay-per-view racing. We're excited. I'm fired up
awesome.
about it.
I'm very excited.
It is fantastic. So again, wingnation.com is up and running, and we're going to have a ball there. We're going to have a blast there. All the shows are going to be there. It is very exciting for us and going to be big fun. A lot of work went into this, and a lot of work going forward. We've got some big plans over there as well. So it is going to be good.
So all right, go check it out.
Go check it out. Wingnation.com. Exactly. All right. So now you think I'm fired up about that, and I am fired up about that. Okay, we've got midweek racing.
I know.
Are you kidding me? Wednesday night, Lucas Oil ASCS National Tour. Yeah, those guys who were in Pennsylvania Saturday, they're in Kansas. How's that for putting some miles on?
There's some miles.
Kansas, but this one here, Thursday night, Lakeside Speedway. And yes, I'm going to be out there.
Oh.
I cannot wait because we're flying out. We have the Kansas
I want to
race.
see a vlog.
You'll see a vlog. You'll see something, exactly. So we're going to be at Kansas. We're going to be at Kansas Speedway. So Thursday night, Lakeside Speedway. If you can't be there, racingboys.com. But midweek racing. And hey, if you're going to Kansas, the display, Knoxville Raceway has a display at Kansas Speedway. And if you have a ticket for Kansas and Knoxville at 3:40 on Saturday afternoon, you get to meet Kyle Larson.
That's
cool. But you got to have a ticket for Knoxville, and you got to have a ticket for Kansas. Love when people work together. Great stuff there. It really is. So, hey, don't forget wingnation.com. You can find us there as well. We appreciate Brad Sweet and Doug Johnson for joining us, but more important than all of that, thank you for joining us here today.
Wing Nation has been brought to you by Hercules Tires and by Grunt Style. Wing Nation can be found on demand at mrn.com, iTunes, Google Play, YouTube, and SoundCloud. Wing Nation is a production of the Motor Racing Network. All rights reserved.